Have you ever reached for that glass of bright fruity juice in the morning, thinking you're doing something good for your body? Maybe it's a favourite orange juice, a sweet apple blend, or even a tropical mix that's supposed to be healthy. It's easy to assume that because it's made from fruit, it must be good for us, right? But what if I told you that some of the juices we love might be secretly harming your heart, without you even realising it? You see, as we get a little older, our bodies become more sensitive, and small choices can have a big impact. I know many of you enjoy a glass of juice now and then, and perhaps you've been told it's a healthy way to get your vitamins. But the truth is, not all juices are created equal, and some might be doing more harm than good. Today I want to talk about something that might surprise you: how your favourite fruit juices could be quietly damaging your heart. Yes, your beloved drinks, which you've trusted for years, could be contributing to health issues you're unaware of. But don't worry, because I'll also share practical tips on how to enjoy your favourite flavours safely and what healthier alternatives you can incorporate into your daily routine. Now, I know many of you are health conscious and want to enjoy life to the fullest. That's what this is all about, empowering you with knowledge so you can make better choices and feel confident in your health. Because at any age, feeling good and staying healthy is possible, especially when you understand what's really going on inside your body. Let's start by understanding what's in those popular fruit juices. Many of us have been led to believe that fruit juice is a natural, wholesome drink. And in many cases, that's true. Fruits are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and fibre. But when they're turned into juice, especially store-bought processed juice, the story changes a bit. Sometimes it's not as healthy as we think. One of the biggest issues is the high sugar content. Even if a drink says 100% fruit juice, it can still have a lot of added sugars or concentrate that's been processed to taste sweet. And here's the thing: sugar isn't just about weight gain or blood sugar spikes. It can also influence your heart health in ways many people don't realise. When we consume too much sugar, especially in liquid form, it can cause inflammation inside our bodies. Chronic inflammation is a silent culprit behind many health problems, including heart disease, which is one of the leading causes of death among seniors. Excess sugar can also raise your blood pressure, increase triglycerides, and lower your good cholesterol, the HDL kind, all of which are risk factors for heart issues. And it's not just about the sugar. Some juices contain preservatives, artificial flavours, and colourings that aren't good for your body either. These additives can sometimes cause subtle reactions that strain your heart or other vital organs over time, especially if your body isn't as resilient as it once was. Now, I want to share a little story. I have a friend, let's call her Margaret. She's in her late 70s, always loved her sweet fruit juices. She'd start her day with a big glass of apple or grape juice, thinking it was healthy. But over the years, she started noticing she was feeling more tired. Her blood pressure was creeping up, and her doctor told her that her heart wasn't quite as strong as it used to be. It turned out that her favourite drinks, full of sugar and additives, were contributing to these issues without her realising it. That's why it's so important to know what's really in our drinks and how they affect our bodies. Because the good news is, small changes can make a big difference. You don't have to give up your favourite flavours entirely, but understanding what to watch out for can help you enjoy them safely. So, let's talk about some specific ways these juices can be harming your heart, even if you've been drinking them for years. First, the high sugar content we mentioned. A typical glass of store-bought fruit juice can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. That's a lot of empty calories that your body doesn't really need, and over time, it can lead to weight gain, insulin resistance, and increased blood pressure, all of which are bad news for your heart. But here's an interesting fact many don't realise. When you drink a sugary juice, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. That triggers your body to produce insulin quickly to manage the sugar, which can eventually lead to insulin resistance. And that's a pathway straight toward type 2 diabetes, another major risk factor for heart disease. Furthermore, the frequent consumption of sugary drinks can cause your blood vessels to become less flexible. Over time, this stiffening of the arteries can restrict blood flow, putting extra strain on your heart and increasing the risk of heart attacks or strokes. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I've been drinking juice all my life and I feel fine. That's quite common. Our bodies can often handle a lot, especially when we're younger. But as we age, those small accumulated effects can start to show. Sometimes, it's only when we experience a health scare that we realize what's been happening under the surface. So what can we do about this? Well, it starts with awareness. Read labels carefully. If you see added sugars or high fructose corn syrup, it's best to steer clear or enjoy such drinks only once in a while. Instead, opt for 100% fruit juice with no added sugars, and even then, limit your intake. Remember, moderation is key. Another simple but powerful step is to dilute your juice with water. Not only does it cut down on sugar, but it also makes your drink last longer and keeps you hydrated. You can also try infusing water with slices of your favorite fruit like lemon, berries, or cucumber to add flavor naturally without extra sugar. And here's a tip I love to share. Consider eating whole fruits more often than drinking their juice. Whole fruits contain fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and helps regulate blood sugar levels. Plus, chewing your fruit gives you more satisfaction and helps prevent overeating. I hope this has opened your eyes a little to what might be lurking in your favorite drinks. The good news is, with just a bit of knowledge and some small adjustments, you can greatly improve your heart health and enjoy your life more fully. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to feel vibrant, healthy, and full of energy. Now that we've started uncovering these truths about fruit juices and their hidden risks, we'll continue next time with more practical tips on how to replace those drinks with healthier, heart-friendly options. Because nothing should stand in the way of your happiness and well-being. Now that you've started to see how those tasty fruit juices might be sneaking in excess sugar and additives, let's talk about what you can do to enjoy your favorite flavors without putting your heart at risk. Because the good news is, small changes can make a big difference, and there are plenty of simple, practical ways to enjoy healthier drinks that still satisfy your sweet tooth. First, let's talk about the importance of choosing whole fruits over juice whenever possible. I know many of you enjoy a glass of orange juice in the morning, but did you know that eating an actual orange provides you with fiber? Fiber is incredibly beneficial because it helps slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. When you eat a whole fruit, you get the full package: fiber, vitamins, and natural sugars, without the rapid spike in blood sugar that comes from drinking juice. Plus, biting into a juicy orange or a crisp apple can be more satisfying and filling than a glass of liquid. But I get it. Sometimes fresh fruit isn't always convenient, especially if you're busy or not feeling up to peeling and cutting. That's where smoothies come in. When made at home with whole fruits and a little water, or unsweetened almond milk, smoothies can be a delicious, nutritious alternative. Just be mindful of adding too much sweetener or high-calorie ingredients. The key is to keep it simple. Think berries, bananas, and a splash of water or milk. Now, let's address a common question. What about those bottled or canned fruit juices I buy at the store? It's tempting to grab a bottle of what looks like a healthy, natural juice, but many of those products are loaded with added sugars or sweeteners, even if they say no added sugar on the label. Sometimes they're just fruit-flavored drinks, not pure juice. So before buying, always read the label carefully. Look for products that say 100% fruit juice, with no added sugars or artificial ingredients. Another strategy I recommend is making your own juice at home. It's surprisingly simple and allows you to control exactly what goes into your glass. For example, you can blend fresh berries, a slice of lemon, and a little water for a refreshing, naturally sweet drink. Or try blending watermelon or cucumber with mint and a squeeze of lime. Delicious, hydrating, and free from added sugars. But what if you're craving that sweet, fruity taste, yet want to protect your heart? Here's a little secret. Natural flavorings like spices and herbs can add a lot of flavor without extra sugar. Cinnamon, for instance, can give your drinks a warm, sweet aroma, and ginger adds a zing that's also good for circulation. A dash of vanilla or a splash of coconut water can also elevate your beverage without the health risks associated with sugar-laden drinks. Now, I want to touch on another point: reading labels carefully. Many bottled juices and fruit drinks contain high fructose corn syrup or other sweeteners that are not obvious at first glance. It's always worth taking a moment to check the ingredients list. If you see words like high fructose corn syrup, glucose, fructose, or corn syrup, those are red flags. These ingredients can be just as harmful as table sugar in terms of their impact on your heart. Let's also talk about portion sizes. Even if you're drinking 100% fruit juice, moderation is key. A small glass, about 4 ounces, is enough to enjoy the flavor and get some vitamins without overloading on sugar. Remember, a little goes a long way when it comes to your health. Now, here's a practical tip that many seniors find helpful. Keep a water bottle handy and try to replace 1 sugary drink a day with plain water or herbal tea. Infuse your water with slices of lemon, lime, or fresh berries for added flavor naturally. Not only does this keep you well hydrated, but it also helps your body flush out toxins and maintains healthy blood pressure. I also want to remind you of the importance of listening to your body. Sometimes we crave sweetness simply because we're dehydrated or bored. Before reaching for that juice, take a moment. Drink a glass of water first or enjoy a small piece of fruit. Often, that's enough to satisfy your craving without the extra sugar. And speaking of habits, it's worth mentioning that reducing your intake of sugary drinks can be a gradual process. If you're used to having a big glass of juice every morning, try cutting back to half a glass for a week, then a quarter. Over time, your taste buds will adjust, and you'll find that you don't miss the overly sweet drinks as much as you thought. Remember, the goal isn't to deprive yourself, but to make smarter choices that support your heart health. You can still enjoy delicious flavors, just in a way that's kinder to your body. As you start making these changes, keep in mind that it's all about balance. Enjoy your favorite fruit flavors, but do so in moderation and with awareness. Small steps today can lead to significant benefits for your heart and overall well-being tomorrow. Next time you reach for that glass of juice, pause for a moment. Think about what's in it and how it's affecting your body. Instead, consider trying one of these healthier alternatives or making your own fresh blend at home. Your heart will thank you, and you'll feel more energized and vibrant than ever. When we come back next time, we'll explore some additional lifestyle habits that complement these dietary changes, things like exercise, stress management, and sleep, that all play a vital role in keeping your heart healthy. Because taking care of your heart isn't just about what you drink, but about your entire lifestyle. Now, as we wrap up this conversation, I want to remind you that all these small changes we've talked about, choosing whole fruits, making your own natural drinks, reading labels carefully, and moderating your intake, are steps that can really add up. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your heart and your overall health, because at any age, taking charge of your well-being is empowering, and it's never too late to start making better choices. Many of us have habits that have been with us for years, and changing them might seem daunting at first. But remember, every little step forward counts. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, think of it as giving yourself a gentle nudge toward a healthier, happier life. Just like planting a seed and watching it grow, these small adjustments will gradually become part of your daily routine, bringing lasting benefits. One of the most important things I want to emphasize is the role of hydration. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body function optimally, supports your circulation, and keeps your skin looking healthy. If you tend to forget, try setting reminders on your phone or keeping a beautiful water bottle nearby. Infuse it with slices of lemon or fresh berries to make it more appealing. Staying well hydrated is one of the simplest ways to boost your energy and support your heart health. Another powerful habit to develop is mindful eating. When you sit down to enjoy your meals or drinks, take a moment to savor each bite or sip. This not only enhances your enjoyment, but also helps your body recognize when it's full, preventing overeating or excessive consumption of sugary treats. Mindfulness creates a deeper connection to your body's signals, allowing you to make smarter choices effortlessly. Now, I want to talk briefly about physical activity. You might think exercise is only for young athletes, but even gentle movement can significantly benefit your heart. Walking, gardening, tai chi, or light stretching. All these activities improve circulation, strengthen your muscles, and help regulate blood pressure. The key is consistency. Even 10 or 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. Find what you enjoy and make it a regular part of your routine. Remember, a healthy heart isn't built overnight. It's the result of daily habits that support your well-being. And let's not forget about managing stress. We all face stressful situations, but long-term stress can take a toll on your heart. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, listening to calming music, or spending time with loved ones can help you relax and keep stress levels in check. It's about creating moments of peace amidst your busy days, giving your heart a break from tension and anxiety. Sleep is another crucial piece of the puzzle. Quality sleep helps your body repair itself, balances hormones, and keeps your heart healthy. If you're having trouble sleeping, try establishing a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading a book, gentle stretches, or a warm bath. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, and aim for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night. Your heart and your entire body will thank you. Now, I want to share a little story to inspire you. There's a woman I know, let's call her Ruth, who at 65 decided to change her habits after a minor health scare. She loved her sweet drinks and didn't think twice about her diet. But once she learned about how sugar and processed foods affected her heart, she started making small adjustments. She began drinking more water, eating more whole fruits, walking daily, and practicing breathing exercises. Within a few months, she felt more energetic, her blood pressure improved, and her doctor was pleased with her progress. Ruth's story shows us that it's never too late to make positive changes, and that small steps can lead to big rewards. So, as you reflect on all this, remember that your health is your most valuable asset. Every choice you make today shapes your tomorrow. Your heart is resilient, and with a little effort, you can keep it strong and healthy for many years to come. I want to leave you with this thought. Life is a precious gift, and taking care of yourself is the best way to honor that gift. It's about loving yourself enough to make smarter choices, nourishing your body with good food and healthy habits, and embracing the joy of living fully at every age. And if you found this information helpful, I invite you to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Have you made any changes recently? What has worked best for you? Your stories can inspire others to start their own journey toward better health. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more practical tips on living your best life after 60. We're here to support you every step of the way. Here's to living your best life at any age, feeling vibrant, healthy, and full of joy. Because no matter your age, the best is yet to come.